Empty the chamber on them. And how do you do that? First 6 seconds, put 8 point beat, everything you got. Everything you got. Turn that shit up. Let's go.
Welcome to the Scoop World Order, the Foundation Ohio edition. This is a huge banner day for Ohio State University. We have two of our great Ohio State Buckeyes leading the charge in the NIL war, and I'm excited I get to interview them today on their opening day. Super excited to bring these guys in. Real quick, guys, keep liking the content. Comment on what you want to see us do in the NIL game. We appreciate you guys for growing like a weed. It's all because of you, so we appreciate you guys. So I'm going to get right to it. I've got a good friend, Brian Schott. Seen in 1 second. I also have
Cardale Jones. Cardale Jones. The whole state of Ohio is counting on
Cardale Jones. Enough Cardale Jones. I can't do it like Gus Johnson, so I had to bring him in. So, fellas, how you guys doing today?
Good, Kirk. How are you?
Good, man. Thanks for having us.
Oh, man, I love having you guys. So, what's today feel like? It's been a lot of work, a lot of gathering information, figuring out how to do things the right way, and really keep Ohio State in this fight. What's today feel like? I'll start with you, Brian.
Well, it's really exciting to finally have this deep foundation become a reality. We've been working really hard on this for the past, 6 months or so. We got our 501c3. That was the first step. Now our website is live, thefoundationohio.com, and we can finally bring Ohio State student athletes on the top of the NIL world.
Yeah, I totally agree with Brian. Definitely a long time coming. It feels like, it was a short 2.5 months ago where we kind of pondered this ideal and put it together. And today is officially the launch day on our website, thefoundationohio.com, where we get all the Buckeye Nation involved with donations and excited for the near future as we host the events and getting our fans out to support and knowing that, it's going towards the betterment of our student athletes at Ohio State.
Now, Cardale, I know this is obviously a passion project for you and Brian as well. Tell me a little bit about what drove you. I'll start with you, Cardale, to want to get involved in a project like this. It takes a ton of research to figure out what you need to do it right. But there's all kinds of wild and crazy things going on in the NIL game right now. Tell me a little bit why you guys felt the need to start the Foundation Ohio.
I think it really started all the way back in last summer when actually Brian was the one that reached out to me about getting involved with the push down at the State House to try to get the NIL bill kind of passed through the state. So without honestly Brian with that initial push and kind of not necessarily convincing me, but letting me aware of the things that was going on in the state and in our backyard that's going to affect the Buckeyes, I don't see myself being at this point. And then as further along the processes go, and then, July 1 was the first official day of the NIL world in Ohio. Me and his concern about the Buckeyes and the future of not just the guys that's there now, but the future guys that are going to be Buckeyes, our concern continue to grow. And then this idea came about, and today is the official launch day of it. So it's almost like a long time coming, dating all the way back to the day we went to the State House to testify on NIL.
Yeah, I agree. But, at the time, Cardale and I were just testifying. Coach Day was there, Dean Smith, and the two of us. And we were just doing it because we believe in NIL and helping support the student athletes. At the time, we weren't thinking about getting involved personally. But now, Cardale has his own company, 10 Talents. And then we also have this separately, the Foundation. And what really did it for me is seeing like Texas and the other schools having something similar set up, and I was like, we cannot be left behind. We need to continue to be the best at recruiting on the field, in the classroom, in the community. And this was the reason that we decided to start this.
Yeah, it's really it's been a fascinating, I guess, 1.5 to 2 years with the NIL game. Cardale, like, going back in time to, the 2014 season, obviously you beat Alabama, you won the national championship against Oregon. What would something like NIL have meant for you and your family as a young kid after you guys won the national championship? And, you decide to come back, which makes all of the autograph circuit money and any type of extracurricular money null and void because of the NCAA. But that's all fair game now. What would that have meant to you and your family back then?
I think it would have a huge impact. You look at a lot of guys at these major universities; they come from similar situations that I did. Wouldn't say dirt poor, but extra funds. No matter how they came about, or no matter the amount, would have went a long way, and still will go a long way with some of these guys. I know. You look at what Travion Henderson came out and said here in recent times about the money that he's making now. He's actually helping support his family in a huge way. And you had a lot of guys like that being in that position definitely when I was in school, and I was definitely one of those guys that could have benefited from NIL financially. And just honestly, I think it's fair. Why not let that athlete take advantage of his name, image, and likeness if that athlete's put in all the hard work, dedication, and sacrifices to build that name, image, and likeness?
Yeah, I completely agree. I played with Ted Ginn and Troy Smith, and I couldn't even imagine what those guys would have been able to do with NIL. Brian, obviously, you've got an all-star cast on your board. You've got Urban Meyer, you've got JT Barrett, you've got the great Rick Reichert, who's my brother, one of my best friends in the world. Tell me a little bit about your selection process for the board for the Foundation Ohio.
So we really wanted a diverse board of men and women from both the business world, sports world, political world. And we're going to be adding to it as well. So we're excited. We're going to be announcing some big time names here in the near future. And, the board's really going to take an active role. It's like Urban Meyer is not just going to be a name. He's going to be involved, helping raise money, helping with the programming. And he's really taking an interest in the foundation. We're happy to have him and all the people on the board.
Yeah, with Coach Meyer, it's going to be really interesting to see kind of his insights that he gleans from his peers in the coaching profession in the NIL game, because there's a lot of fluff to it. There's some real stuff to it. There's some crazy numbers that get thrown out. Brian, how do you kind of differentiate what's real from what's fake in the NIL game? Like, there's some people that say Texas A&M, their class costs $25 million, and that's going to be the going rate for the number one recruiting class. And how do you? I mean, I know it takes some research and it takes some common sense, but what are you guys going to do to see what really gives people who give to the Foundation Ohio the most bang for their buck?
Well, the beauty of the foundation is everything's tax deductible because we're a 501c3, so it's like giving to a charity. And we're really going to bring the fans into it. Right now, NIL is based a lot around businesses, but fans, boosters, alumni can go online to our website, thefoundationohio.com. It's really simple. It takes about 2 minutes at most to make a donation. Any amount of will help, and all the money is going to the student athletes. We're focusing on football and basketball for now, but we're gonna make this fun for the fans. Like, we're gonna have tailgates and events, launch party after the spring game, and really have fan engagement. We'll do Cardale will sign some stuff, and we'll do giveaways, and so we're really excited about it being like a fun environment to be a part of.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's going to be.
like Brian said, Kurt, we want our
Mhm.
fans, we want Buckeye Nation to feel like they are a part of this, which they are. One of the huge deciding factors of the structure of the foundation, we want to make sure that our fans aren't left out. Like Brian hit on, NIL is based on the big businesses and brands that's really paying an athlete directly, but our fans, there was nothing out there to allow our fans to continue to support our student athletes. It doesn't matter how big or small the donation may be. We know that Buckeye Nation loves to support the Buckeyes, and this is as we know right now, this is the only way that they can outside of going to games and cheering for these guys on TV.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the really unique things is the money gets to go directly to the players. It doesn't go, like if you buy a ticket, it goes through the university, and the players obviously benefit somewhat from that. But with this can make a direct impact on some of these kids' lives. Because like you mentioned, Cardale, some of my very very best friends that I played with, I knew they came from very underprivileged backgrounds. I was from a single parent myself, so I know what it's like, and I can relate to it. And an extra little bit of change, it goes a long way to helping yourself, helping your family. It's not always easy as a college athlete, and I think this is going to be really beneficial. So In the near future, what are your initial goals? Say the first 3 to 6 months, maybe ramp it up before the season. And then what is your goal leading up to National Signing Day? And do you believe that the foundation can make an impact on this year's National Signing Day in December?
Well, we'd like this ultimately to be the largest NIL fund in the country. We don't have a set number on it, but we're going to work as hard as we can to get there. Um, and as far as recruiting is concerned, we can talk to recruits. We can't actually make a deal with them. We can let them know about the foundation, what we've done for other student athletes that are currently at Ohio State, and hopefully they would come to Ohio State over another school when they know this is in place and they can see publicly everything that we've done for the student athletes and know that we have this in place. This is going to support, current players. Could be freshmen that maybe not don't play as much, but they're doing great off the field and they're working really hard. It'll help keep players at Ohio State longer because our deals are going to be long term, 3 and 4 year deals where they have to stay at Ohio State in order to continue to make the income. It also could help out with the transfer portal as well, bringing players to Ohio State. So that's a nice benefit to it for sure.
Yeah, and I think for far as the recruiting aspect, future players at Ohio State, if that's someone in the transfer portal from another school, if that's a high school kid getting ready to sign on National Signing Day, the beauty about the foundation is it's a 501, it's a nonprofit and it's public. So all the information will be out there for someone to easily access how much money that we have, I guess, spent on the football or basketball program. And that recruit, that player who may be in the transfer portal, may look at that and say, hey, well, I can potentially go to Ohio State and be a part of that. So I think, the good things that we're going to do is going to are going to be used kind of as recruiting organically.
Yeah, I think something that will be on the next frontier of the transfer portal is potentially a kid like Jackson Smith and Jigba or CJ Stroud, after the Rose Bowl performance where they have just a sensational game. I could see kids like that potentially hitting the portal. Now, not those two kids, exclusively, I'm not naming them, but I'm just saying, like, imagine if you're a sophomore and you have 1 year left before you go to the NFL and you can go basically like hit the you can go hit an auction block and you could have Texas A&M say, I'll give you X, or Alabama or Florida. Like, that's something that I think could potentially happen in the near future. And I think that this fund will be something that can help keep people here potentially, because again, Cardale, better than anybody, like when you have the decision to make about coming back for your last year, what financially, you're worth, especially after you won your national championship winning quarterback. I think it's something that this could help combat kids who could potentially leave, because like you never know the offers that are out there and what potentially could be. Cardale, speak to that for a second.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. Guys, I made a joke to friends privately about how great the transfer portal is. I would say, hey, if I was if this was around when I was in school, I'll be in the transfer portal every season because I'll let people bid on me. I view the transfer portal personally as free agency. That's what it is. And you've seen a guy like Caleb Williams down in Oklahoma, who's now at USC.
Mm-hmm.
When he entered his name in the transfer portal, I think someone from Eastern Michigan told, hey, I give you $1 million to come here. Some booster or someone from outside of being affiliated with the school offered him $1 million to come play one season there. But I don't think that the foundation will have funds that can compete with NFL potential first number one pick or top 3 or 4 picks, guaranteed $40, $50 million.
Yeah.
But potentially, I don't know, it can be a situation where, our long-term deals, we may have a long-term deal with that player, and on his 3rd year, he's set to make X amount of dollars. So that may persuade him not to jump in that transfer portal or stay around at the Buckeyes because he's that he's, guaranteed, I guess,
right.
X amount of dollars for this upcoming year for the Buckeyes.
But we might keep, players from leaving to go like, maybe their 2nd or 3rd round. We might have the ability to keep someone like that, or, the NBA as well. So, that's good too. And also, let's not forget that not just recruiting, but the great work that these student athletes are going to be doing with the local charities. We have a Kid Again, Lifetown, and the Buckeye Crews for Cancer involved right now. We're going to announce more charities, but just having those student athletes with the kids and helping out, the James Cancer Hospital is going to be really beneficial in giving back to the community.
Yeah, and I think that's a very important aspect. Those are fantastic charities. I personally know a Kid Again just because Rick Reichert's the head of that, and I know they do incredible work. And it's gonna be fascinating to see this pairing. Well, I know that you guys are on a little bit of a time crunch, but I got 3 plays for you, Cardale. And if we're gonna tug at the heartstrings of Ohio State fans, there's 2 things they love. They love this.
Cardale Jones, Cardale Jones. The whole state of Ohio is counting on Cardale Jones.
And they love watching the Alabama game. So I got 3 plays. I pulled them. I actually watched this morning. I was like, I got to find, what's your mindset right here, Cardale, when you're right about to do that?
The mindset is that guy is in my way and I can't slow down. So I might just try to go through him.
Oh my God, you are an absolute load. Of all the people I wouldn't want to get trucked by, you're probably number 1 in the 275-pound quarterback range. This is the Mike Thomas play. Obviously, this is one of the most incredible plays in history. You did a great job blocking there, Dale. But
that was my job when I played hold down the edge. So thank God that I think that was Taylor Decker had that guy manned up, and I was like, you know what, I can help out a little bit, but please, Taylor, handle him. But unbelievable throw by Evan Spencer and great catch by Mike.
Yeah, I wanted to end on this has been a fantastic show, and I just, when you're in this moment, this is just one of the phenomenal games. You know what this one is? Oh, so we're gonna go to the next one. We got the deep shot here, I believe, to Devin. Guy falls down. Maslin boy, gone.
Yeah, and I got face mask that play, so that even made it better.
You're too big, man. You can't even feel a face mask. How does it feel? How does it feel when you see the defender fall down and you got the ball on the money?
Oh, that's
like
a good thing.
There, you're just like,
at that point, you praying he catch it, and he did. So.
Oh God, Devin, he has some of the great plays. I mean, Braxton's play against Wisconsin was unbelievable. That play was unbelievable. But anything in closing you got that you want our fan base to know? How can they contribute? I have the website right on the screen, thefoundationohio.com. You can follow their Twitter page as well. Anything in closing? I'll start with you, Brian. How can our fans help? What do we need to do to mobilize and help you guys out?
Well, a lot of the fan base have been asking for this for some time. So now that we're here, please help come and support. thefoundationohio.com is the website. You can go online. Any donation matters. We're getting a lot of traction already on our website. We're excited about it. Please repost, share, tell your friends and family about this, and let's make this a viral movement and all enjoy this journey together. Go Bucks.
Yeah, for sure. That one thing we want to let everyone know that we all are part of this together with one common goal, and outside of donating on thefoundationohio.com, come out soon and support all the local events that we're going to host and have. And like I said before, all benefits are going to go towards student athletes, starting with the football and basketball program for the Buckeyes. So go Bucks to that.
That's absolutely fantastic. I'm so psyched for you guys. Anything we can do to help with Buckeye Scoop, we're there. Any events you guys need us to fill up, we've got an army, baby. So we'll be filling your events up. We're excited to see what you guys do. Thank you both so much for being with me today. Go Bucks, guys. Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate it.
All right. See you guys. Well, that was unbelievable. Cardale Jones, Brian, doing some amazing work. We're going to be reviewing it all on BuckeyeScoop.com. It's the best insight in the game for Ohio State football spring ball. So if you're interested, join BuckeyeScoop.com. Appreciate you guys, and I will see you on the boards.